Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Loveline, coast to coast.
Hey, everybody. Loveline, I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Tristan Taormino is our guest tonight. Tristan is the queen of anal sex. Tristan was on the show a few years ago, but it feels like just yesterday. Tristan is a delight. She likes the anus. What else? She's very well spoken and has some videos here, has some books. The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex is the video for women too. Although I guess it's just a bunch of guys beating off to this. But you tell me, you straighten me out. And the book is called Pucker Up. It's a hands-on guide to ecstatic sex. So, is it an anal thing, though?
There's a chapter on anal pleasure, but it covers a lot more ground than the first book.
I see. Did she say ground or brown?
Ground.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. And look at this thing. Look at this Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex for Women. I mean, is this a two video?
2 cassette, almost 4 hours long. I like to think of it as the anal Ben-Hur.
I just think I sort of flashed
Epic.
on the Ten Commandments. You know, we talked. You mentioned that last night.
Epic.
Yeah.
In its scope.
I shall put a pillar of fire up your ass.
I think that's what this is right here.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay. Oh, there's lots of stuff going in the ass. I worry about the ass. I really do. Tristan. What happened to you that got you involved with the ass?
We
must have talked about this last time.
I think we did.
When did you discover you were an ass gal?
An ass gal? Actually, when I first started sleeping with women.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not. Because I think that I had slept with men up until college, and then I started experimenting sexually with women.
Same with Drew.
Right. And basically, I felt like once I wasn't in a heterosexual relationship, I felt like all bets were off, and sort of the heterosexual script kind of got like thrown out the window, and everything was fair game.
Right.
Including
the
butt.
Third input there. And so now how did you... all right, well, tell us, see, we're always a little bit suspicious of this because is there a difference between men and women with this rectally?
Okay. So you want the straight sort of geography, physiology?
Well, I'm aware of the parts, I guess. I mean, well, what do we have? A prostate?
Okay, you have a prostate.
But most heterosexual guys are not interested in things being touched there, period. And there are guys that are just into it. And the question we always get is, does that mean they're gay? And my point is, no, it has nothing to do with it.
Of course.
But maybe you know some data to the contrary.
No, because I think that I used to work at a sex toy store called Toys in Babeland, which is in New York and Seattle. I worked there for almost 2 years. And not a single day went by that I did not sell a strap-on to a straight couple for her to do him.
Not a day went by?
Not a day that I worked.
Wow.
And sometimes there were 3 or 4, and sometimes, but... there was not a single day that I didn't sell at least one strap-on to a straight couple.
Right.
So I think it
could be a song.
I think it's a growing phenomenon. I think it's bigger than you think it is.
The men who enjoy some
anal
rectal
pleasure,
penetration,
but are still firmly straight, and when they look back, they want to see a woman there, not a man. But you know what I mean?
I would still contend that's a small percentage, and by most I mean like 90% men do not want to be touched there.
Right, but I think it's their own hang-ups.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, hold on a second. Wait a minute there,
Well,
Tristan.
what about prostate stimulation?
Who cares?
Hold on a second, Screwball. Their own hang-ups. We don't have hang-ups. We're the guys,
Without hang-ups?
We like to beat off on people's heads and stuff. You understand? We don't have big hang-ups. We like weird
stuff. When it feels
stuff
good,
done.
You like it. Yeah.
If it feels good, we're into it.
Yes and no, except the penetration issue. I think men...
No, it doesn't feel good. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. I wouldn't even think about it. No matter what you did to it, it wouldn't make it good.
You got a little energy.
No, energy because this comes up because I get asked this by women all the time, and men when they've brought it up just go, "Oh my God, why are you even?" I mean, it's sex. How much better can it get? That's it. It's as good as I'm happy you're having sex with me.
Well, I'll tell you the best part about any kind of digital probing going on back there in the rectum. For guys, is this bitch is crazy. This is great. Boy, when she gets her hand out of my ass, I'm going to nail the bejesus out of her.
You think it's a sure sign that she's like up for anything?
Yeah, that's basically when we feel the finger going around back there. It's like, oh, game on. This went from Marcus of Queensberry to Ultimate Fighting. We've just entered the octagon. That's what guys think when they feel that finger go up there.
Yeah.
That means, and we start looking down the road, possible threesomes.
Yep, adventurous.
Let's get the video camera in here.
Yeah.
This is great. Game on. But it's not that we like, it's not like we need the Kool-Aid.
Simulation.
Listen, I would not tell you that this would not feel good. I don't really know.
Wait a minute, I just realized I'm the only one in this room that puts his finger up males' rear ends all the time.
Right.
And
you do it at work as well.
As
right?
a doctor.
You're gay. But it's not anything that is in anything other than painful.
Okay, except you're talking about exams, which is like, akin to when we go to the gynecological office. It's not comfortable for me to have a pap smear.
No.
However, when someone I really care about puts something in my what should I say?
I think you can use vagina.
I can. Okay. When someone, I
We've been
almost
talking
said
about
a different
shoving
word.
stuff up your ass for the last 10 minutes. I think we can mention the vagina.
Okay. So when someone I really like or am attracted to puts something in my vagina, totally different experience than the pap smear. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, obviously that's a valid point, but
is it like really, really uncomfortable? Like this is something you would not want? I mean, men it's really super unpleasant. Not like, oh, that's uncomfortable. It's like, hey, this is like really unpleasant.
But then why are all these guys doing it?
Because for a small percentage, it's not.
Okay.
It is not. And for those guys, enjoy.
There's a small percentage who want to get urinated on, and there's a small percentage who
but there's a much bigger percentage that want to get done in the ass than want to get urinated on.
I think that's probably true.
Of straight guys?
Yes.
I think that's probably true.
Probably.
Yeah.
And none of my friends will admit it. Because they know
one?
that'll be trouble. They would sooner admit wanting to be urinated on than wanting a chick to go at them with the business end of a strap-on.
Really?
I think so.
Okay,
because one causes...
This one I raped Andy Dick, by the way.
Because one causes pain and the other just like, oh, well, it's...
No, one does. One has some homosexual implications.
Really?
Really? We're still on that?
Getting worked about the ass with a strap-on? Yeah, that's it. That has some homosexual implications. A lot of guys are uncomfortable with that.
Well, I guess the point is there's a penis involved, even though it's not a real one.
There's a penis, and it's up your ass. I'd
but it's
say
attached to a woman who you're attracted to.
Well,
listen, it's attached to a woman, but the point is there's like he-she's with penises that are attached to them, and
that's a different fetish.
But that's the phallic female. But phallic female is a common fetish for men. And for those men that have the phallic female fetish, which is, we're probably talking about hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, this may be just right up their alley, if you will.
Yeah, that's going to happen all night, by the way.
It is.
Everything is funny.
Yes, but the point is we've been talking about guys for a long time, and guys will try to do what feels good for them. They're not too hung up, but I do agree with you. There is some stigma about the anus for guys, and guys enjoy sex a lot, and it's like, I don't know. I could get a penis piercing, and it could make sex a lot better for me or my partner, but I'm not gonna. I don't know, and I'm moving on. That's basically the way I feel about it.
Because things are good enough.
Things are fine. I've been living without something up my ass for a long time now. That's another good song title. That'd be more country.
That's a country song, yeah.
I've been living with something
for a long time now.
I've been living without something up my ass for a long time now. Just the ladies.
No, definitely Johnny Cash. I can just
dum, 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 dum. All right, so, but women, you're saying, can learn to enjoy this a little more than maybe they have.
Absolutely.
Now, what can they do to learn to enjoy? Give us 3 basic things.
Okay. Number 1, have to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Nothing's going in there if you're not relaxed. Okay? Think of the sphincter muscles as the gatekeepers to your ass.
Uh-huh.
If you don't learn how to relax them, if you're not nice to them, they're not going to let anything in.
Now, would St. Peter be there standing next to the gate of Uranus?
There might be some sort of, gatekeeper quiz guy, with the velvet rope.
Let the penis in or out?
Yeah. the velvet
Okay.
rope. See if you're dressed appropriately.
So you have to relax. Mm-hmm. All right. And what would you recommend? Because people have a difficult time relaxing when they're going to be anally raped, as I like to say. What would it be?
Anally raped.
Dry anal
Adam.
rape. What would it be? I mean, would a glass of wine help? Would a warm bath help?
It really depends on the
Yoga?
person.
Right.
I'm of the three, I would pick yoga for myself.
Right.
But other people would pick other things. But here's the thing. Once you get someone really turned on, their body is going to relax,
I
and
see.
all the blood's going to rush down to the right areas.
Mm-hmm.
And I firmly believe that once you get someone really, really turned on, you're halfway there.
All right. So they need to relax, number one. Number two.
Super hot arousal.
Is that number two?
That's number two.
Oh, okay. So get them super aroused.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Number three, then. What's number three?
Lube.
That implies work. Adam.
Lube? What if I skip number two and double down on three? I don't get them so aroused, but I use an extra handful of lube.
No.
All
Not
right,
going to
so
do it.
Lube, okay. And what does the ass who's receiving have to do in preparation? Sort of, they clean themselves out. Is there any of
Some
that
people
sort of
like
stuff?
to have an enema. Other people just simply have a bowel movement before anal penetration and find it's relatively clean.
Right. Yeah, but the
Because the
relative
rectum,
part. Yeah.
not a storage facility. Drew,
I see.
Can you back me up on this?
Yeah, back up.
It can be just prior.
Right, exactly.
So-
So if you feel like you have to go to the bathroom and you go, we're not storing anything. Simply a pathway.
Yeah, but if the toilet's a mess, I mean, I don't get everything. Basically, I wipe 3 times and then I just give up. It's not like
do.
there's nothing on the paper the third time. I at a certain point I got to walk away. I got a life to lead.
Most
you know?
of it, you're right. You sit there all day. And
I rationalize. Listen, you're going to crap again. What are you doing?
by the time you get things cleaned up, you're coming around.
You're
again.
coming around again.
Well, then I would want you to have an enema before I had anal sex with you.
Done.
Thank
Done
you, Adam.
and done. Okay. Shall we, should Drew start prepping the enema?
The bag? Okay.
And let's take a call. What do you say?
Okay.
Mariah,
Yes.
you're 23?
Yes.
What's up?
Okay. I really enjoy having sex, but I cannot have an orgasm unless I'm on top. And even if I'm the one doing it, I have to be on my stomach or else I can't get off. Is that like a common thing, or is it
Yep,
people
it's
I'm
a
having
common.
sex with?
It's a common thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I tell a story?
Sure.
Hi, Mariah.
Hi.
I actually, my first memory of masturbating was when I was about like 4 years old. I used to masturbate at this particular babysitter's house. She babysat a lot of people. We all had our own rooms for nap time, and I used to have trouble falling asleep. So, and I was always masturbating on my stomach. So for years and years and years, I only masturbated on my stomach. So I find it's way easier for me to come on my stomach versus on my back.
Yeah. But even
That's a
if
delightful tale.
I mean, I've always heard, sometimes, or I've been told, I don't know, but that you can get used to doing it a certain way, and then it's harder to have an orgasm any other way. But even when I try and do it on my back, it just doesn't work.
Well, you're 23. You're having an orgasm
You're
with
ahead of-
intercourse,
you're ahead of the
right?
game that
You're
way.
ahead of the game, right?
If
Yeah.
I'm on top, yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
understand
but-
that's better than average. to
Listen,
happen with all
listen,
the
screwball. You're going to have to be in one position or another when you have your orgasm, are you not?
Right.
So what the F do you want?
Well, it'd be nice, to be able to have one in other...
I think you can practice
Oh,
and
boy.
train yourself. Drew, what do you think about this? Like practice and train yourself to be able to have an orgasm in another position?
You would think so, and it may be possible, but people just don't have patience to do that.
Yeah, well,
Right.
start, yeah.
Because it's like if it works,
They
Yeah,
just
get on
turn-
your back,
turn over.
masturbate, figure out how to have your orgasm when you're on your back, and then see if you can employ some of that strategy with your man.
All right.
All right, baby. Hey, good times.
Hey, good times.
You're way and you have the orgasm with the oral, right?
No, actually, not even then.
No, you will not that way, huh?
No.
Very interesting.
on your back or on your stomach?
No. On my stomach, yes. I can on my stomach.
No, wait a minute. Oral?
Yeah, she could sit on his face.
Oh, she can. Oh, that's right.
Adam.
Right. And he's not sitting up. No, he's down, right? That's a 69 position?
Not
Oh,
necessarily.
She doesn't
Not
have...
necessarily 69, no.
Not necessarily.
Oh, she
You could
just be squatting down on his face?
Yeah, it's
not
possible.
squatting. It could just more be like sitting.
Indian style?
However.
Where, like a lotus position?
Do I need to draw a diagram for you?
No, you need to hop up on the console. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, I know what you're saying, but Isn't that sort of 69 without her doing anything on him? Or
Yeah,
she
so
can
it's like 6.
It's like 6
or
without
9.
the 9, right?
Yeah.
Right. She's just sort of hanging back.
More like 7, isn't it?
It's 7 for Drew.
All right. Let's move forward here and speak to Natalia.
Yes.
You're 18?
Yes, I am.
What's up?
I was raped in late January by a really good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it wasn't really actually traumatic for me because I was giving 3 bars of Xanax and I had passed out. So it was one of those things where I woke up the next morning and I was completely naked. And
He gave those to you?
well, actually, I took one voluntarily. I had never taken Xanax in my life. And I took one voluntarily. And I remember the last thing I remember actually is saying no, because, I mean, it took away my memory. So, I mean,
See, she could have been up and around and looked normal to the guy, and it could be a complete blackout.
Yeah.
Xanax is an amnestic. It's very hard to remember. Up to 3 milligrams of Xanax. It's amazing you were breathing.
Was it 1 milligram per pill?
If she's using Xanabar, when people refer to Xanabar, they usually talk about 1 milligram tablets, these long bar tablets.
Yeah, that's...
Can you give me some of those?
No, mother effer.
Why not?
On the time.
Because they'll take his medical license away. Dude.
Oh, please.
But,
Please.
I'm sure you can score some on Hollywood Boulevard.
I like you guys use the same language, too.
Well, she said score like get it from some common street pusher. I want a doctor to give it to me like Elvis. All right, anyway, so you took... Now, how do you know you took the other 2 then?
Well, actually, see, the thing is that I had heard... I mean, it was really a hard process, especially making my statement and stuff, because I really...
You don't know what happened.
What do you mean with...
You don't know what happened, but you're in Texas.
Well, so how do you know you took the other 2?
Because the people that were at the party, they were questioned and stuff, and they said that I actually had asked for it. But, I mean, like I said, the last thing I remember is saying no, like them offering it to me and me saying, no, I don't want any. But, I mean, I was kind of out of it from the first bar.
But that doesn't mean you didn't ask for it again later.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so you took these 3, and then this guy who was your good friend...
Oh, yeah.
Had sex with her. Under what kind of circumstance, who knows?
No.
Listen, in the state of California, you're not allowed to have sex with someone who's intoxicated.
Yeah.
It's considered rape. So at least in this state, yeah.
And this guy was your good friend that you never had any physical contact with before?
He actually had liked me a lot, but we were just friends.
Right. So he probably always liked you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so you went to the authorities.
Yes.
How do you even know that he'd had sex with you?
Well, I woke up and I was completely naked.
Mm-hmm.
And I found condom wrappers around me.
Jesus, guys.
How do you know it was him?
Quite a criminal.
Because, well, I woke up. He has, like, mental problems, like, in the sense that he has an uncontrollable anger management type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually on, I'm not sure what exactly he's on, but he takes medicine, and it kind of, like when he doesn't take it, he has, like, sudden spurs of anger,
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
So how do you know it was him, though?
Well, I kind of thought it was this other guy that had done it, but...
All right, well, wait, we're not trying to figure this out. Okay.
No, I'm just curious. I just wanted to get the facts. All right, so you went to the authorities.
Yes.
All good.
And you reported this.
Yes.
And you got a forensic exam.
Yes, and I made my statement and everything.
All right, what's your question for us?
My question is that, I mean, like I said, it was more of a shock to me because I didn't experience the actual, event.
Right, right.
And so, for the first week or so after, because the statement made me kind of emotionally out there, and for the next couple of weeks, I kind of isolated myself. But recently, though, within the last month or so, I've become very sexually active.
That kind of makes sense. I think what happens to people that have had sort of traumatic experiences, and however you want to qualify that, in childhood particularly, learn to use dissociation as a way of managing overwhelming and dangerous feelings. And if you've had this recreation of a traumatic experience, and your body physiology remembers, basically, not consciously, but its memory is, that's how I deal with traumas, I dissociate. So you kind of withdraw, and then you start using sex as your way to continue dissociating. If you're an addict also, do you have any alcoholism in your family?
Yeah, my dad's whole side of the family.
Yeah, and the fact that this all happened under the influence of drugs and alcohol might suggest that this is all part of that biology also activating. So to me, this is sort of a common scenario for someone that's been traumatized who dissociates as an alcoholic or addict. So yeah, it does make sense.
Okay.
All right, so counseling, and you did the right thing, and you're definitely a healthy enough person that you went and reported this.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a very good sign.
Now, you need to, though, follow through the rest of it, though, and get some treatment, because this is implied in the way you're behaving now.
Because I want to agree with Drew and just say that I know that you say that you don't remember what happened, and so you didn't experience it, but you did, and your body remembers. Our bodies do have memories, and things could trigger it, down the road if you don't sort of confront it and deal with it now, because the memory is there, even if it's not conscious.
Just the way the memory is there from childhood. It may not be a conscious memory, but it's sort of our physiology.
What about when you get surgery and they put you under?
Generally, your brain is really, truly shut down then. I mean, yes, there she may not have experiencing other than just the horror of being out of control.
I don't know. I think if you sleep, there's people who sleep through earthquakes. They don't know what went on.
No, I understand. The out of controlness is I woke up and somebody had sex with me. That's a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I'm powerless.
Right.
And it may be just that powerlessness that triggers the dissociation.
All right. Well, Natalia, take care of yourself. And it seems like she's going to do that, because she's did the tough stuff already, actually. All right, let's take ourselves a little break. Tristan Taormino is our guest tonight. She has herself a couple of objects out here to plug. The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex. Plug. For women. It is a video, and this is a book. And a book. And it's also a book. And then there's Pucker Up, which is a hands-on guide to ecstatic sex, right? Mm-hmm. Which is another book.
Yep.
She's quite prolific for someone who gets it in the ass so much.
It's called Rangy, Adam.
Oh, Rangy. Yeah. Right. All right. We will take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Alec Baldwin coming in here tomorrow night, everybody. I wonder why a big star like that would show up on a show like this.
I don't
wait a minute.
Cornered him?
No, he approached me at JFK, and a big fan. Tristan Taormino is our guest tonight. She is the author of a couple of books, The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex for Women, and a video, The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex for Women 2, and then the book Pucker Up, which is it's more ass play, basically. Now,
that is so not fair, Adam.
Yeah.
It runs the gamut.
Right, from ass to anus. It really's you got some range here.
From stem to stern.
Now, are you in this movie?
I am. I'm in both the movies. I play a bigger role in the first movie when I actually try out some of the anal sex techniques with everyone in the cast.
I see. And, yes, there you are. Wow, you can see your breasts. That's great. And you look good. By the way, Tristan is an attractive woman. I'm scared to look at the back. I really am. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see, like, you giving birth to something out of your ass.
Okay.
It'll disturb me. But you're very, very open, and you're attractive, and you're articulate, and you're educated. And what is it? What brought you on to this?
How did I become a sexpert?
Yeah.
Because there wasn't a major for it in college, as you can imagine. Well, there's a few things. One is that I have to acknowledge that there were plenty of people doing sex education way before I came along who sort of paved the way. People like Susie Bright and Joni Blank and Betty Dodson, who's considered the mother of masturbation. She was teaching workshops on...
All legends in nut jobdom over the years. All a bunch of crazy broads who came before
Crazy broads who came before me, who are my foremothers.
Right. You are by far the sanest of the sexperts.
Me?
Yes, yes, women and men. They're really, most of the so-called sexperts you see are just sort of nut jobs who have difficulty. Somebody raped them when they were 5, and now we have to pay. They become experts, and now it's the equivalent of what Mike Tyson does in boxing. Somebody beat on him when he was a kid. He grew up sort of angry with an absent dad, and now he beats the crap out of him. He sort of turned it into something legitimate.
Focused it.
You still don't want to sit next to him on a plane. You're scared he might bite you.
Right.
This is basically what all the sexperts, or so-called sexperts, are. But not you, Tristan. You're perfectly normal.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, the other ones. I'm talking about the ones with the collagen injections and the big hair and the eating disorder and the nails and all these screwed up chicks who spend too much time in the tan salon and they get all leathery and weird and they paint on their makeup and they look like clowns. And you people should just get into therapy and leave us alone. Us meaning society.
Not just you.
Yeah.
Well, him too.
Me too. All right, but you know what you're talking about.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah.
So how did I get here? Was that your question?
That was the question,
yeah, town car.
And why? How did I get? Yeah, no, a Nissan actually. I was writing about sex in college.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to Wesleyan in Connecticut.
Nice.
That's a big lesbo school, right?
No.
That's not a lesbo school?
It's a pretty big lesbo school.
You're thinking of Wellesley.
Yeah, it's not all girls. We're often confused with Wellesley.
I see. Wellesley's
not all girls.
Right.
There are lesbians there.
Wesley's one of the little 3.
Right.
Yeah, it's considered one of the little 3
It's one of the rivals of my school.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you go, Drew?
Amherst.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we used to play you in sports or something.
Yeah. What was the Wesleyan girls' names? I mean, what was the team name, mascot? Yeah, because you had to go up against the mighty and powerful Lord Jeffs over at Amherst.
Yeah, we're kind of the Cardinals.
Well, that's better than the F-men, Eef-men, and
still not very exciting. It's not like the Cowboys or the
you got
Bears.
A Cardinal. You picture a guy in his early 70s holding some sort of smoking. What are those things called? I think they swing around.
Oh,
Is it that kind of cardinal? The bird.
What are those things called? You know the things in the Catholic Church?
Oh, a cardinal, like a bishop.
Yeah.
Is it that kind of cardinal?
No. It's the bird.
The bird?
The red bird.
Yeah, still not too exciting. But anyway, all right. So you went there.
I went to Wesleyan, did a lot of activism, and decided I want to go to law school.
What kind of activism?
Mostly around gay and lesbian issues.
Oh.
You know me, I'm big queer.
All right. So what happened?
Yeah.
Who screwed you?
Who screwed me?
What a guy did. Someone must have done something to you.
I'm sort of an equal opportunity lover.
No, that's not what he means.
No. What'd your dad do?
Where did boundaries get sort of blurred for you?
No boundaries blurred for me.
Little
just pretty much in the middle of the Kinsey scale, direct center. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
What'd your dad do?
Nothing.
Where is he?
Gay.
Oh, he's gay?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what happens. What happened to him? Who turned him gay is what I want to know.
He's
bisexual.
I think Superman.
Turned him gay?
He had like a big Superman fetish growing up.
I guess if you have the power to bend steel, you have the power to turn a guy gay.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so your dad was gay.
Yeah.
And your mom?
Straight.
So they obviously they got divorced at some point?
They did.
How old?
I was almost 2.
Oh, so he figured it out early on.
And then why about these daycares you were in with their separate rooms and things? Were those okay?
Oh, those were okay.
Yeah.
I was just masturbating.
But those weren't weird environments, or
no, not at all.
Nobody got hold of you?
No.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Listen, you seem very sane. Tommy?
Yeah.
She's lucky we don't put another 5 minutes into it. Really get it.
I've been in 8 years of analysis.
Oh, nice.
Bring it on.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Tommy is 18. Tommy?
Yeah. Hi.
Tommy
Well, no, wait a minute. She brought up something very interesting here.
What?
What is your
analysts say? Because I've been in sort of traditional analysis and also psychotherapy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have an interesting sort of Oedipal complex because, I'm definitely in love with my dad, but he's gay.
He's unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, where do I go from there? I went to the gay boyfriend. Last time I met you guys, I had the gay boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I just sort of went right there, to see if I could just act out the Oedipal thing, straight on.
Mm-hmm.
But, it didn't work for me.
See,
what I mean?
this is what I say. This is the difference. A boy has the gay dad. All he does is beat up a couple gays once a year. That's what he does. Women, they start writing books on anal sex and they marry a gay guy.
Yeah.
They really, the wiring is so delicate on chicks that they just go haywire when stuff goes like that.
It's true.
Tommy?
On the other hand, women are more resilient, and their attachments are easier and better and stuff.
All right, please. Let's not stop this show. I want to talk to Tommy. Tommy?
Yes, sir.
You're 18.
Yeah.
You're a guy?
No, I'm a tranny boy.
Transsexual?
Yeah, F to M. F to M, Tommy?
Yeah.
Female to male?
Yeah.
All right, so you're becoming a male?
I'm on my way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How far along are you?
Well, I'm just like into the stage where I'm wearing boys' clothes and binding.
You're binding.
What was your birth date?
My birthday is February 3rd, 1984.
Okay. And you're binding your chest?
Yeah.
To flatten it out?
Yeah.
Jeez, I hate to see boobs go to waste. What size are your boobs?
I don't even know.
Oh, you don't know?
No.
What size bind do you wear? Is it like a B bind or C bind?
It's not like a bra.
Oh, it's not.
It's a ace bandage and duct tape.
I see. And eventually they have to let's see. They have to add a penis, right?
Build a penis.
Build a penis out of some clitoral stuff and part of a Dodger dog, or I don't know.
Most FTMs don't get a penis.
Oh, they don't?
No.
They never do get the penis.
We don't know how to build a good penis. Am I right, Dr. Drew?
I don't know anything about this.
Okay. We don't really know how to build a good penis.
Right.
We just don't.
Geez, I don't know if I want to live in a society where we don't know how to put a penis on a crazy person. Jeez. That's going to be rough.
No, we can definitely make a person born male into a female much easier and with more functionability than the other way around.
Thankfully, that's what most of the business is, right?
That's what the most of the business used to be, but I think there's a big sort of push right now and more visibility and more people who want to go the other way, F2M.
It's up to 3% now. Right?
And what figure are you quoting?
Listen, there's no big push. There's no big push for chicks wanting to become dudes. Please.
In your world, maybe not.
Yeah.
Have you been to San Francisco?
My world meaning Earth.
As compared to the number of women to men.
It's astronomical.
Or men to women, rather.
It's not even close. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not even 5%
of the general population.
No.
5% of the people that are doing the switches.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
It may have gone from 1% to 5%.
Yeah, it could be a sharp increase.
But it's still 5%.
Oh, yeah. No.
Tommy?
I think she agrees with you.
Yeah.
All right, now, so what's the problem?
Well, my girlfriend wants to use a butt plug, and, I've never even, heard of what that's about. She's really into it, and I don't even know what to think about it.
Well, it's one of those things, butt plug, it's right in the title. I mean, it's...
in the name.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not like Benoit balls where you really have to sit down and think about it and talk to an expert.
No,
but plug, you know?
think people are...
But I think there's more to it than just sticking something up your rear.
No, not really.
There isn't. See, I think that's one of the confusing things about butt plugs. People ask me this in my workshops all the time. They're like, I don't understand. So you just put it in there and that's it? And I'm like, yeah, you'd be surprised at how, the simple things in life can bring us so much pleasure.
Yes. Yeah. The simple
That's
things,
what I think about a butt plug.
Ramming a spade-shaped object up your ass.
So simple and so
It's so simple.
Yeah,
I just think in America we're all into bells and whistles and does it glow in the dark? Does it tell time? Can it page me?
Right.
No, you just put it in and it feels good.
No, there was a time when a family would gather around the radio. When father would read the Gazette and a butt plug would suffice.
Suffice for the whole group.
That's right.
One for the group.
Yeah, I remember when my dad got me my first butt plug. And when you say these workshops, now I'm picturing you out front of a Home Depot on a Sunday doing a demonstration with a table set up. This would be your own workshop?
Here's what I do.
Learning Annex type thing?
I've taught at the Learning Annex.
Oh.
I also teach at colleges and universities.
Take over there?
Hey.
All right.
I also teach it at sex toy stores around the country, and sometimes specific groups will bring me. And sometimes...
What groups? Oh, Jesus. I got so
like
many
a feminist
questions.
group or a women's sexuality group. Okay.
They would bring you in, huh?
Yeah, and sometimes it's
Special
straight
guest
lecture style, okay?
Right.
And other times there's like a hands-on demo. It depends on the venue. It depends on, what's going on, where the location is, if it's legal.
I'd imagine you'd have to pull a permit or two if you're going to ram something up someone's ass. So would you not? Don't you have to
Depends
have,
on the local laws.
Fire marshal doesn't have to be there?
No.
I see. All right. Let me... I know we're not getting anywhere tonight, but this is all very interesting to me. Tommy?
Yeah.
So are you planning on having the operation where they try to form a penis on you?
Well, I'm only 18 now, and I think I have a little time to think about, whether or not I really want to go through with the life-changing thing.
How about just some good therapy? You know what I mean? Figure out, quiet some of the demons?
I don't think it's something that really needs to be therapized. I'm not, possessed by the devil or anything.
No, but obviously there's issues here.
Issues with what? Do you have issues with gender?
Yes. I think that it always smacks of something, a bigger problem.
Of trauma survivorship.
Now I don't know if there's anything you can do about it. You know what I mean? I mean, look at it this way: there's guys who are pedophiles. They're into young boys or young girls, or they're into it. Maybe it's because somebody got to them. Maybe it's because they got hit on the head. I don't know. But that's what they're into. Can you change their mind? Do you know what I'm saying?
It's not easy.
It's not like they can go to therapy and fix themselves with that.
I think the rate of people who can sort of recover from that kind of behavior is something like 5%, isn't it?
Like pedophilia?
People who go to counseling for pedophilia.
It really depends.
I don't even know if they
stop.
recover. I just think
they can stop. But I think it's only 5% of people who actually...
It depends on what you're looking at. I mean, when it comes to treating sexual compulsions, if it's treated in a comprehensive manner with 12-step models, they're pretty successful if people remain engaged in treatment. The problem is they lose them. It's like any other 12-step recovery program. If people aren't willing to do the work, then you're screwed. So it usually ends up being only people who have the force of law behind them. They're in trouble, and they have to do this work. And then they do it, and then they get better.
That's where my tagging program comes in, by the way, the homing beacons. But
the caribou tagging?
Yeah. The pedophile tag. But let me
but how do we get from transsexuals to pedophiles? Two different things.
I'm asking, what do you think you have a better job of curing? Somebody who wants to become another gender or somebody who's into young people? You know what I'm saying? I guess it's probably about the same.
Yeah, it's probably about the same.
Well, one is gender identity disorder, and the other one is a sexual compulsion and inappropriate acting out of...
Both of them need to be fixed.
They're both disorders.
They're both disorders.
It's right in the name.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't know what... Touché, Drew. And I don't know what you do about it. I would guess that it... I don't know which would be easier, and I guess it would vary from screwball to screwball. All right, so anyway, Tommy, you take care of yourself. The butt plug sounds like a marvelous idea. Plenty of lube, plenty of relaxation.
And arousal.
Possibly some yoga and some arousal. We'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tomorrow night, we have a couple guests. Jamie Bergman is going to be in here. She's the super, super, super hot blonde who's on Son of the Beach, who I worked with when I did that show. And then Alec Baldwin will be in here. He's the super, super, super hairy brunette who will be in here tomorrow night. And interesting, articulate guy's got a lot of opinions about things. So that should be good. Possible argument may break out tomorrow night. We know Drew's almost fascist in his thinking, and Alec is very liberal. So that could be. I may have to moderate.
I'm pretty open-minded.
No,
you're the fascist.
Thank you. Tristan Taormino is our guest tonight. She's the author of The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex. It's also video, and there's a book called Pucker Up, and it's all about the ass play. And Pucker Up is all sex, but anyway, guys aren't interested in making sex better. We want to get laid.
We just want more.
we want more and different people. We're not really interested in satisfying whoever we're with. So don't expect guys to look at these books or these videos unless they're beating off. But you wanted to plug a website?
Oh, yeah. My website is puckerup.com. And people can find out about I have some appearances in the LA area for the next 3 weeks. So if they go to my website, they just click Tristan on Tour, and then they can find out where I am. Workshops, readings, etc.
She's going to be opening a Chuck E. Cheese in Delamo Fashion Square on the 29th of April. I'm just going down the list her publicist gave me. Yay! All right, Drew. Let's see if we can get some of these calls knocked out. Michael?
Yeah?
17?
Yes.
What's up?
Hi, it's Adam. I just like to say, like, you're my idol, man. You're like the god of all gods.
Thanks.
Yeah. And,
not one of your mid-level gods. The god
No,
of the god.
no, you're the top dog, man. Okay, well, problem is, me and my girlfriend were together this weekend, and I used a condom and we did anal, and then she was like, we'll just wash it off with some water. And we did that, and then, like, we're 17, we're stupid, you know?
Right.
And then we did vaginal, and now she's claiming that it's, like, it's sore, and it's always, like a burning sensation down there.
She has a vaginal infection. I can pretty much guarantee it. Drew, are you with me?
I'm with you. And she could have gotten that just from all the messing and monkeying around you were doing, even if you hadn't taken a fomite out and reinserted it into her.
Yeah, anything that goes in the ass should not go back into the front door. Because bacteria that lives in the rectum does not want to live in the vagina.
Yeah.
And so
why didn't you just use another condom?
Because it's 59 cents.
Because it's 59 cents?
Well, what do you mean you washed it off?
Just like with water, because we were doing it in our hallway. No one was home, and then just went in the bathroom and washed it off.
She's 17.
Washed it off quick.
He's inaccurately assessing his position in life there.
I would just use another condom next time. I mean, you used the first condom, so let's just use another condom.
Listen, he's learned a valuable lesson, both he and his penis. But the question is what can she do now?
She needs some antibiotics.
She needs to go to the gynecologist.
It's pretty simple to clear up, but and she can actually give it to you too. So you don't want to have sex in the meantime, and they may choose to treat you as well. But these are common things. Vaginitis, not a big deal, though it can maybe increase the complication rates in pregnancy. It possibly could put you at risk of pelvic inflammatory disease, and it's something you want to clear up.
He 17 goes anal, drags his erect penis down the hall, gives a little dip in the toilet. Now it's time for the vaginal. Meanwhile, Pops is driving home from the Price Club, listening to like an old Dean Martin 8-track and singing along with a pipe hanging out of his mouth.
17, he's listening to like
the dad.
Haircut 100.
No, the dad.
The dad.
Oh, the dad, yeah.
The dad would be about 35.
The dad's listening to Level 42.
He's listening to Flock of Seagulls. What are you talking about?
You're right. He's your age. Oh, Drew. Are you screwed? All right. Let's talk to Seth, who's 16. Seth?
Hi.
What's up?
I just want to say real quick, Adam Carolla, you're God.
What is this, the Adam Carolla fan club tonight?
I already think bogus.
Whatever. And if you come up with a religion, I would so follow you.
Thank you.
Who cares?
I'm working on it.
Anyway, I'm actually calling for a friend because he's a wuss.
Yeah, I see.
And, there's a 45-year-old chick who wants to have sex with him. And he needs to know if he should pursue this relationship or not.
Yeah.
Well, there's something wrong with her. So, no.
No?
No.
There's something, just like we wouldn't...
How old is this guy?
17. 16.
16. His friend's
45,
probably
it's sexual abuse. I mean, 45-year-old is coming out of
who cares? I don't want to talk to any... I don't want any second-party questions. Yeah. But by the way, if I did come up with a religion, and I would make Tristan like my... I'd make her like my Pope of Anal.
Wouldn't you want to just like your ritual advisor or something, your Lord High Chamberlain?
Yeah. Oh, you mean like for holy days?
Right.
Like where we had events. Yeah, because instead of like taking communion, you take it up the ass.
Take a butt plug.
Butt plug. Take a butt plug. Try to just stand out there. People just turn around. The high priest would just have all the butt plugs lined up at the table.
No, they'd hand them to you one at a time.
Oh, I see. Chris?
Yeah.
You're 21?
Yep.
What's up?
Not much. Who's this?
Who's this?
Oh, Carolla?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, man. Sorry.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I was listening to the playback on the phone.
All right.
No, I called for Dr. Drew, actually, because my old lady, about a few months back, we ended up losing a kid 3 months along. and we had to terminate the pregnancy and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She's turned over to weed and all that kind of stuff, and
well, she's depressed, and somebody needs to help her with this.
Yeah, I know. I've tried, everything I can generally think of. I've tried, sitting down, talking to her about it, that kind of stuff, and she just says she's not ready to, and she admits that she's running away from it with the weed. And
yeah, so you need to get her to someone who can take care of this. This is not your job.
Well, maybe she's not interested in that.
I think. Do you have any leverage? Can you help their parents or anybody else, the employer or somebody else that can leverage her?
Well, not really. Her mom died of cancer like 3 years ago.
See, this is still 2 major losses in 3 years is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to need help with that. And you just convince her that she needn't suffer.
Yeah.
And that certainly the solutions she's finding are only adding to the intensity of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Hey, Chris, here's the problem, too. I mean, obviously it's a bad time. And there's really... I don't know. I guess when you stand back and look at your life, you'll see some bad times and some good times. And I don't know if you can get rid of the bad times, but you might be able to shorten their duration a little bit.
Well, you don't have to suffer. And you don't.
I don't know. I think sometimes you do, but
yes. But she's making choices that are going to make her suffering really awful and prolonged and possibly disastrous. So.
Well, I mean, you would have to suffer for the first week.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, but you can suffer without self-medicating, and you can suffer with a good, grief support group or therapy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if she doesn't deal with it now, it's just going to come and bite her in the ass later.
Keep going.
Yeah, sort of. I guess. I don't know.
I'm just, in terms of human suffering, intensity of suffering, it doesn't have to be as bad as she's making it.
That's right. She should talk to someone, but on the other hand, she's not ready to do that. He's not going to be able to force her. So be with her and try to steer her towards some help.
Be present. Whatever leverage you have, use it.
That's right. More ass talk after this. Hey, yo, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tristan Taormino is our guest tonight. She's the queen of all that is ass. She has herself a video out called The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex for Women, although guys are just going to rent this and beat off to it. That's 2. And the book, Pucker Up. It's a hands-on guide to ecstatic sex, and she's a substantial person. Do not let the
With a substantial website, puckerup.com.
Puckerup.com, and that's where you can go to do what?
You can read my Village Voice columns. You can read my anal sex advice column, questions about all things anal. You can find out about my books and videos, and you can find out where I'm going to be in the country giving workshops and lectures.
You realize this is why the Taliban is planning its next attack on the soil. It's you and your goddamn Village Voice lackeys writing articles on anal sex.
I have a great story about that, actually.
Go.
I found out I have a monthly newsletter, which I've actually had for about 5 years, where I send out information, not just about me, but about just different events and work that's going on in the fields of gay and lesbian, sexuality, gender, all things, radical and cool.
Right.
And I found out this week that Jerry Falwell is not only a subscriber to my Double T newsletter, but he has been reposting it in its entirety, violating my copyright, and sending it out to his list of right-wing subscribers.
But isn't it this is what's going on, this is how horrible things have gotten?
He as evidence of what perverted America is up to.
Right. You're proud of that.
Yeah.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
No, I think it's more like the Peter Fonda drop now.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell you about the religious right. You know how I always talk about cops not being too far from criminals? And listen, cops, do not be upset about this. You're taking your energy and putting it toward good, and God bless you. But I'm just saying, there's some of the same energy there. It's violent, it's aggressive, it's proactive. It involves chasing people down and tackling them, and it's something that a lot of guys couldn't do. Religious right, same thing.
You know what
with
that was
the sex. They're not that far off the deviant thing. They're very obsessed with this stuff. They come at it from a different angle, but they think about it all the time, and they talk about it all the time. Probably
you know
more.
Where it was that kind of valence was portrayed nicely was in that movie Chocolat, where the guy is so uptight and then he goes and gorges himself in the chocolate in the window. And
I don't watch the movies where they mispronounce chocolate.
Okay, it was called Chocolate. Did you see that movie?
No. If they had called it Chocolate, I might have seen it. But Chocolat, are you high?
Too foreign.
Please. Tara?
Oh, God.
You're 34? You can't articulate yourself any better than that. Yeah. You never get tired of that, do you, Anderson? Go ahead there, Tara.
Tara, go ahead.
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I just been listening to all this talk about the anal sex and all that stuff, but I just think that, you know how she was saying that she's seen a lot of couples come in and buy strap-ons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good advice to buy a strap-on because, you know, if it gets lost, maybe you have a strap to pull it out with.
Who is this, like Minnie Pearl of the anal sex world?
No.
What are you, tell us, where does your wisdom come from?
Well, because I'm an x-ray tech, and people come into the ER and they've lost things.
Yeah, I love these stories.
I know. Yeah. Anyone that works in the ER has seen a ton of this.
Yeah.
And I in training saw all kinds of things.
You have to... Okay, first of all, I just totally discourage people putting household objects in their butt. It's just not a good idea.
Now, help me understand. I didn't have the courage to ask people that I saw with light bulbs and grapefruits and things. What's the motivation?
Bad sheer stupidity. I don't know. People write to me all the time and say, you know, I don't want to spend $10 on a dildo or a butt plug that is safe and that is designed for sex. What household objects can I put in my butt? And I'm like, just don't. Just buy an inexpensive rubber dildo. Just do it.
Really, you field a lot of those questions.
I do.
Wow.
Almost every day I get one.
Jesus.
Well, what we see a lot of is like aerosol cans with the lid still on them.
Oh, really? You mean like a spray paint can?
Like a butane can.
So a little narrower. Now,
you gotta have something.
You mean like to fill a lighter or something like that, right?
You gotta have a flared base. That's the whole thing about what's going in your butt is that you have to have a flared base. Otherwise, you can get something stuck in your butt. It's not just like a funny joke. It's like an actual reality.
Right.
Goes straight past the sphincter muscle, straight up into the descending colon.
Right, and sometimes you can need surgery.
How do they get that out then?
They do surgery.
Yeah.
And by the way, having that butane up there, I mean, one good fart, you could go up like a Roman candle. Is that true, Drew?
You could.
Yeah. That just sounds very dangerous. You imagine a flame that would come out of there if you like put, you know I like to light my farts, Drew.
I know that you do. You want to impress her?
I don't have anything in there, but Tristan, you'd probably orgasm if you saw the flame coming out of my ass.
Oh,
really?
You could pull one out tonight, couldn't you?
I don't know.
Can I just get my digital camera very quickly?
Your digital rectal camera? No.
My digital rectal camera.
You should really just call everything. Everything should pertain to the ass with you.
But I don't think that people understand that when it goes in there, it's not going to come out unless you do have surgery.
Right.
All right. Well,
or unless it's an actual sex toy designed with sex in mind with a flared base.
Flared. And sometimes they're very nice with the flare. They weave some balls into it, you know, so it's like, oh, that's nice. So it's designed into it. It's organic looking is what I'm saying. Oh,
you're saying instead of just a wide base, it's the balls.
Yeah, it's nice balls.
Yeah,
so whatever,
it's like natural.
Whatever can work as a sort of anchor, not to let it slide into the abyss of your ass.
You know, I've never had anything lost in my ass, by the way.
I've decided I'm really beginning to think the Taliban has a point now.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I don't agree with, good 60% of what they say, but they do make certain valid points when they talk about this country. We're all sitting around obsessing about what to put up our ass. And now, what about stuff that you fill with water and then put up your ass, like warm water or something like that? Aren't there butt plugs that take liquids?
Adam, you're scaring us.
Oh, really?
I mean, I've seen almost every kind of toy there is on the market. Besides like an enema? No.
I mean, where the
expands?
actual...
It expands when it's inside?
No, not in... Ooh.
Not an inflatable? The
Hook it up to
inflatable...
the hose. Inflatable?
True, nice. The inflatable butt plug, a popular item.
Do they have that?
Yeah, but the whole thing is you can't overinflate, okay? You've got to just, squeeze the little thing 5 times. You can't be overinflating because it could explode in your butt.
I mean, it's like that kind of thing?
Exactly.
But it's stiff enough to get up in there, right?
Oh, yeah, because it's made of pretty hard, firm plastic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, isn't there something that takes some water? You put warm water or something in it?
That's an enema or sometimes...
No, it goes inside of the actual object that goes in there, so it's warm.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
You've been exploring this a little too much.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
I've seen this before.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Could you send it to me and I'll just...
Yeah, I got one out in the car. I'll just get it during the break. Jake?
Yes.
I got it spot welded in my driver's seat. Let me pop that off. And actually what I did is instead of refilling it constantly, I just tapped into the actually return hose for the radiator of my car. So I got some braided hose that goes around. And here's what I did. The water's up front in the radiator of the car, right? It comes into the head of the engine. It circulates through the block. It heats up. Then it goes back in through the bottom of the radiator, and it cools off before it goes back in. Well, I put a tap on that lower hose. So as it returns, I ran about 6 feet of braided line over underneath the car, popped up through the floorboard. It came up under the seat, and has a continuous supply of warm water in my ass when I'm driving. It's great for long hauls.
Tristan looks truly amazed.
You lost me when you said car.
Oh, really?
So, Jake, what's going on?
Should be into that. Jake?
Hey, good evening. How's everybody? Hey, this might also be a question for your last caller, too, but I was going to check with your guest there, too, about the myth of people using creatures or gerbils or whatnot.
Yeah, what about that? What do you know about that, Tristan?
Well, the gerbil up the butt is both... Again, it's mostly urban myth and joke, but it originated probably with a certain amount of reality. Are there millions of gerbils being sacrificed for some form of anal pleasure? No.
Yes.
But did someone try it once? Did a few people ever try it? And did they end up in the emergency room? Probably.
Well,
Dr. Drew?
After the urban legend got out, you figure there had to be a certain amount of people who heard it and tried it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not into it just because, the gerbil obviously didn't consent.
I see. What if
his management did, though. Their management
gay gerbils?
did.
Yeah. And how did that work? You just put the gerbil up your ass? And
no, they would take, it was actually, the ER guys sort of knew what the procedure was. There was enough of it done that they sort of investigated. They would take the roll of a paper towel,
right?
The cardboard roll inside,
right?
They'd put the gerbil in there,
right?
And they'd put some
I'm writing.
Some toilet paper at the end so the gerbil couldn't get out that end.
And
they'd blow steam at that end and put the other end up against the anus. So the gerbil will run away from the steam. And
how would they blow the steam through the toilet paper, though?
I'd heard that they used teapots or something. Somebody said once or something.
How did it get through there, though, if it was clogged up with the toilet paper?
It's just the hot water, the hot steam going through.
You said it was clogged up with toilet paper, though.
Just like a little layer of it. So
okay, so it would just go through. Yeah. Okay. And so the gerbil would escape the only direction it knew, away from the steam,
right,
up the ass, and then what?
Potentially past the rectum into the colon and into the emergency room.
I see. All right. Well, that's good times there. The gerbil I put in my ass is acting strangely. Yes.
Where do they get this? They just have it on hand?
I don't know. My guess is that Anderson stays up all night and he just collects syllables to form words, that I never actually even say these things. Caitlin, sorry.
Yeah?
Caitlin, you're 19.
Yeah, hi.
What's up?
My boyfriend can't get off at all. It's so horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I try everything.
Mm-hmm.
Can he when he masturbates?
He can, sorry, I should include that. He can get off by himself, but he can't with a girl, and it hasn't worked in past relationships.
How long does it take him when he's by himself?
I don't know. He won't tell me.
And
he doesn't like to discuss it. He doesn't, it's a sore subject between us.
Is he on medication?
Him?
Mm-hmm.
No, he isn't.
Is he depressed?
No, I don't think so.
Some guys have this. They're sort of blocked in terms of their ability to have ejaculation with women, or they can't have it with oral sex, or it takes a long time, or only certain positions. And that happens. But
well, it's probably just because you're unattractive.
Adam.
Oh my gosh, you're horrible.
I just wanted to get Tristan. I just got cuter to say something there. I knew she would make a move there. Hey, Tristan. Yeah. By the way, speaking of, who are you more attracted to, me or Drew? Did we get into this last time?
Probably you, Adam.
Yeah, smart. Chalk one up for the god.
I thought you were asking me, Drew.
Yeah, I was asking Tristan.
Oh.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, hold on a second.
I got to ponder that.
Think about that.
Here's the thing. I could see both of you. It's just very different fantasies.
You could see us both sexually?
Yeah, but it would be very different fantasies.
Mm-hmm. What would Drew do?
I would have to go for the naughty schoolboy with Drew.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's
I would, because he's so smart, and you just want to, you want to wipe that little smirk off his face.
He's not really that smart, though. He's accumulated a lot of knowledge, but that doesn't make him smart.
What?
He has no sense.
No common sense?
No sense in any sense of the word.
Okay.
But he's accumulated a vast amount of knowledge. So he has that.
I think I would go naughty schoolboy with Drew, and with you, I think I would...
Now, naughty schoolboy, like knickers, like a guitar player from AC/DC
knickers
kind of thing?
and the wooden ruler and the sort of strict teacher. Me.
Right. And, okay. All right. And now what about me? And what are you doing? Are you disciplining him?
I'm
been
disciplining
a naughty boy?
him, yeah.
Been naughty?
Yeah.
Staying after class?
But when he, gets back in my good graces,
then it's time to make up?
Yeah.
All right. You give him an A for anal?
I might.
All right.
Okay,
All right, what about me?
There's two scenarios that come right to mind first.
All right.
One is to get another girl.
Yeah.
Yeah? But then tie you up and blindfold you, so you're in the room while it's happening, but you can't actually experience it 100%.
Uh-huh.
A slight amount of torture.
Am I hearing you go at it with the other girl?
You're hearing, but you're not. You can't see, and you can't touch.
No beating
because your
off?
your hands are completely tied.
I think I could beat off with my foot if I was tied up. I'm not sure, but I think I could do it.
You reach over and use your nose. What are you talking about?
Yeah. All right, so I can't. So nothing. That's one scenario.
That's one
scenario. And that's it? That's all I get?
Yeah, I think maybe. If I was in a little bit of a sadistic mood, I might just do that one.
Okay, so I'm just tortured.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one?
The other one that comes to mind, it's a little bit stereotypical.
Right.
But it would be the sort of jock football player. You're the quarterback.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like the cheerleader that you never notice.
Mm-hmm. And then what happens after the big game?
Yeah.
What happens?
In the locker room. I sneak in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I still got that black stuff, that blackout under my eyes.
So
you
your
still have the shoulder pads on.
Shoulder pads
and
are
those
on.
tight pants.
Right. And the pants come down.
Yeah.
You perform oral on me?
No.
Oh,
she doesn't like that.
What happened? Is it the jock smells too much?
I think it's anal sex in the shower.
Anal
in the gang shower.
And we're in one of these ones where all the heads are just lined up and there's no divisions between anything.
Yeah.
Are there guys in there?
No, but someone could walk in on us.
It could be dangerous.
Yeah.
So, am I still wearing the shoulder pads in the shower, by the way?
Well, no, I guess once we got to the shower, we'd take everything off.
Okay. All right, so I get you. And you're just sort of standing up and bent over, like hanging on to
but in
a
the
soap
cheerleader
dish?
skirt still.
Oh, flipped up.
Yeah, flipped up.
Sweet.
Skirt still on.
Top, sweater, is that on?
That's off by the time we get to the shower.
Right. That's back. We'll hide that because I don't want any of these lame brains seeing it lying down and suspecting that something's going on in the shower. So we'll throw that in my locker,
okay.
Right?
Okay.
All right. That's good. I like the one where I give it to you in the ass more than the one where I'm tied up and blindfolded and suspect there might be sex going on somewhere in the house. All right? Thank you. Hey, let's talk to Shauna.
Hello?
Drew is bringing her the apple.
No, it's pathetic.
Wearing the knee-high socks.
It's really pathetic.
Looking like
no, not that you're pathetic, but I'm pathetic to trigger that kind of fantasy.
I picture him looking like a little Dutch boy, calling you like Mumsy.
Oh.
Shauna?
Yes.
You're 21?
Yeah, I really have any anal sex questions, sorry. But my 13-year-old sister just told me a week ago that she had sex for the first time. And she's just barely 13. Like, I still consider her 12. And I just don't know if I don't know what to do now. I'm stuck in this position where she lives 6 hours away with my mom, and my mom drinks a lot. And so I just don't know if there's something I should do. If I should tell my mom, I don't know what that would cause.
Is there someone at school, a counselor or something that she can get going with? Because it's a bad sign.
Very bad. I don't know if she would be willing to, I guess I could bring it up for sure. I don't know if she would be willing to do.
Where's your dad?
Her dad is my half-sister.
Not even,
yeah.
But we don't really act like that's... Her dad adopted me when I was 2, but he comes around holidays and...
a mess.
Barely ever.
So he's not in her life. Mom's drinking.
But
I mean, my mom drinks at night times, but she's really loving and caring, and she's been a great mom, and she's been around for everything that we've ever needed her for. She just
You could take her over to Alateen. That's a place you can get some support and some...
Also, because if she came to you with this information, she obviously trusts you.
Right, and that's why
looks up to you.
I can't tell my mom because she trusts me. And
Can you start talking to her about the need for help? And
absolutely. And I made sure she knew that it wasn't a good thing to do, and she shouldn't do it again. But she has low self-esteem, and I can see that already. And that's what I'm afraid of, is that she's doing this just for the attention.
Well, it's a little more complicated than that, but it just suffices to say it's a bad sign, and that's something that clearly intervention is warranted. She may be depressed. She may have some characterologic problems. She may have attachment issues, and God knows she has stuff with Dad. That's all stuff that needs to be sorted through.
Yeah.
It really does, and it's a sign that she's heading in a trajectory that needs to be altered.
But I think you're in a position to be a positive force because, again, if she came to you, you're in a position to say, this is, let me give you some help. Let's go see a counselor, and let's talk about maybe what your motivation, like if she's aware enough to say why she did it.
But Shauna's 6 hours away. You're going to be able to go down there at any point?
Well, I go about once a month. Because I go to school full time and I work full time too. So. Where
does she live?
She lives in Chico.
Chico, and you're in San Luis.
Yeah.
So to me, it's the same place. You sure it's not the same place?
Again, is there someone at school you could talk to, a trusted teacher, just to get her sort of involved with some...
My brother actually does live in the same town as she does, but the problem is he's 24, and something like that, I don't know how that's going to go.
Again, she needs professional attention, and sometimes the school has access to that in a way that does not alert Mom necessarily.
Is this guy her boyfriend?
No, he's actually 15. He's actually almost 3 years older than
the usual combo is 13 and 19. That's the usual.
First off, 15 is young. But to be fair to him, if she's 13 and you look at her as 12, then you have to look at him as 14.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's got to be the same math.
Right.
Okay, so, him being 15 is sort of, I'm almost a little bit relieved at this point. She's still too young. And maybe you want to talk to your brother, but you certainly want to talk to someone. And it's great that she has you.
Yeah.
And
but I was kind of shocked at the whole situation, and I'm not sure if I said the right things. And now that I look back, I'm going to call her and talk to her about it again. But she was very giggly about it. And
well, your job is to register your concern and just to be present with her.
Mm-hmm. My fantasy for Tristan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, now both of you have to give me your fantasies about me.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
Drew, fantasy. I know you're married, just fantasy.
Now, listen, Drew's wife is in France right now, and he still would not dare discuss this.
Because it'll be on the tape.
I'm sure
the reel she's putting together.
She has somebody sitting in a van outside of this.
Okay, so go ahead, Adam.
I bring you over to my place, my home, and not many women come up to my home, because there's a lot of stairs. They don't feel like making the hall. You know what I'm saying, Drew?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we're going to take a break. Hey, Anderson, don't you got any sexy music to play? Jesus Christ, what's going on over there? We're on fantasy number 3.5 over here. Come on, give me something sexy. Got nothing? All right.
Okay.
I'll tell you about that fantasy. We're going to take a break.
All right.
And then we'll come back. I'll tell you what I would do to Tristan after this. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tristan Taormino is our guest tonight. She's a very, very wise person who is the author of The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex. Now, hold on a second. Put those goddamn nuts
and the
away.
wise website, puckerup.com.
Unacceptable. Don't bring the can of nuts and open them up. And Damien, would you get out of here, Damien? Exactly when the show begins is when the nuts flop down and they get the open can gets slid in front of Tristan. Is he high? Stop. Listen, Damien. Do not come in here while the show is going, please. That goes for everybody.
Unless the coffee hasn't been brought yet, then of course.
No, the coffee must be brought before the mics heat up, and then if they do, you must wait There's way too much walking in here when the show's going on, Drew. Isn't plopping down stuff. It's a nightly occurrence. Damien, you do a great job. I'm not trying to come down on you. This is a new policy. If Drew asks you for something and you can get it in here before we come out of the break, fine. If you can't, we'll just wait till the next break. All right? All right. Tristan Taormino, because it's I get too distracted by it. She is the author of The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex for Women 2, and The Ultimate Guide for Anal Sex, or to Anal Sex for Women, which is just the book, right?
The book, the video number 1, and the video number 2. Also available on DVD on my website, puckerup.com.
Jesus. How much money do you make off of this stuff? Do you sell this
Not
stuff?
as much as you do.
Not as much as we do?
No.
Off of selling anal videos?
No.
Oh, it's just in our careers?
Yeah.
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 Well, that's
what I
good. You shouldn't be paid as much as we do. You sell ass videos, for Christ's sake. But you probably don't have you don't have a lot of overhead, right?
Yeah, I have plenty of overhead.
You have you got like publicists and managers and agents and everything.
Assistants, Ooh. Someone's got website designers.
Jesus Christ.
Accountants, lawyers.
Right. All in one garage.
Right.
All right. Pucker Up is also the name of the book. So my fantasy.
Let's go.
I take you up to my place. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And first I loosen you up with a nice glass of red wine.
I don't drink.
Well, then what I do is I pour your glass and I pour my glass and I shotgun my glass and then I just start sipping on yours as if I hadn't drunk mine. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I loosen myself up with a little booze. Then I fire up the jacuzzi and I tell you to head on out there.
I like jacuzzis.
Yeah. I give you the towel. You do that thing where you wrap it around up top above the boobs, and you head out to the jacuzzi. I send you out there with a non-alcoholic beer, perhaps. Or what can you drink?
I like ginger ale.
Ginger ale. Send you out there with some ginger ale.
I like the way Tara stays with you. She's got a game face on. She stays with you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Meanwhile, I go into the bathroom, I get naked, and the pose down begins. That's where I start flexing in front of the mirror, trying to hype myself up for the battle.
Oh. Here's the real Adam coming out now.
It's like the preening, the sort of the dance, that the male animal does before he.
Yeah. And I start talking. To myself. You want some? Mother effer? I get a little angry. Meanwhile, the booze is kicking in, you understand? You're in the jacuzzi. You're warming up.
I'm on the jet.
Yeah, now I don't have a towel I wrap around myself. I have one of those terry cloth wraparound things that Dean Martin may have worn, some movie from the 60s. A powder blue with my initials in white.
Oh, monogram.
Do you have a hair
little pocket for cigarettes or TV remote or something like that.
Do you have a terry cloth hair turban, too, you wear?
No. I wear a Stetson hat.
Okay, yes.
A cowboy black Stetson hat. And I'm out there, and all you see of me, because the light is behind me and the steam is rising up from the jacuzzi, is just a shadowy.
Hey, for Christ's sake, will you get to the sex part already? For God's sakes, Adam.
Okay. Then I bend you over the side of the jacuzzi and I bang the bejesus out of you for about 3 minutes, and then you go inside and make me a goddamn sandwich.
What kind of sandwich?
Whatever's in the fridge. You look around. I want you to surprise me. I say surprise me as I head into the den to watch TV. Yeah.
What do we watch on TV?
I'm going to watch the Tough Man competition that I TiVo'd from 2 nights ago.
Little Tommy Vu and
where they pull the car with their teeth or whatever?
No, that's a strongman competition. This is where unskilled behemoths beat the crap out of each other. I watch that, yeah, and then we watch, and then I start scanning around the TV, and I get stuck on an infomercial for a Wonder Mop, and we watch that for 45 minutes because I'm glued to it. I'm entranced by these infomercials.
Can I have a sandwich too?
I probably won't finish mine, so whatever's left, that's yours, baby.
A perfect metaphor.
All right, yeah, that's good.
Well, we didn't run it yet.
Jake, you're 23.
He's conducting business out there. Let's go on line 2 here.
All right. Let's talk to Mike, who's 19. Mike?
Hey, what's up, Adam?
What's happening?
Yeah. Hey, Tristan's your name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I just want to know, I'm 18, and I'm kind of wanting to pursue, what you pursued. pretty much. I don't really know how to say this, but
we got to go to a top 10 college for starters.
Oh, no. Does he mean he wants to have anal sex, or does he mean he wants to be a sexpert?
No, I want to be like a sexpert, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so I want to know like what the steps you were to take. That's like my first question. Like, I know you have to go to college.
Nobody wants to hear guy sexperts, by the way. It's like, yeah, we get it. You're a dude. You want to get laid. Do you know what I'm saying? How many guy sexperts are there?
There's Dr. Drew.
No, Drew's kind of a doctor, sits around and criticizes people for having sex. He's a genius, yeah.
Remember Bob Berkowitz? He was a male sexpert for a while.
Son of Sam?
No, Bob Berkowitz, he did Real Personal on CNBC. Come on, you guys have to remember that.
No, but there was the guy that was
vaguely familiar, yes.
that was in here talking about the long orgasms. He died,
Yeah, the guy, he was trying to push out his 28th orgasm in 15 minutes, and his head exploded.
But he didn't die here.
Not on this show.
Okay.
No.
Moments after leaving.
No, not shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
I mean, not too long. Yeah. So anyway, Mike, you want to do this. So are you in high school?
Yeah.
You're 19?
No, I'm 18.
Oh, you're 18, and you want to. So you need to go to a decent college and get a education.
She went to a very, very, very fine college.
There are also schools now that have programs like a master's in human sexuality education. Places like NYU has that. I mean, a lot has changed even since I was in college.
Yeah.
I think the way to do it is you go to the best college you can possibly get into, go to medical school, do a psychiatric residency, and then do your subspecialization.
Oh, please. He's not going to do any of this
stuff. So
it'll
take from where you are, about 14 years.
Tristan, how pissed are your parents? They mad?
No.
Really?
No. They're totally supportive. It's
Really?
Pretty amazing.
Even Dad?
Some family counseling. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because I remember, when I got my navel pierced, my mom, went through the roof. You know, it's like 1990. I got my belly button pierced, and she's like, it's the end of the world as we know it.
She dreams of that.
Yeah, exactly. Now she's like, I just wish she just had her navel pierced.
Oh, yeah.
So my mom is super supportive.
And
She's
your
like,
dad?
if you're happy... My dad passed away, but before he died...
The news of what his daughter had gotten into.
Before he died, he was super happy. Yeah, super supportive. Yeah,
right until he heard the news that his daughter was the new anal queen, and he keeled over.
No, that didn't send him.
No, that didn't.
No.
Really? All right. I would have had you killed years ago if you were my daughter.
You would have.
Yeah, and don't take that in a bad way.
Don't take that in a sort of Taliban, Afghanistan kind of.
I just to be honest, I wouldn't have wanted to deal with it. You know what I mean?
The shame would have been too great for him.
No, it would have sounded like trouble down the road. You're going to get more notoriety, and people. I wouldn't have wanted to deal with.
Also, though, I'll note also, my mom and I have different last names because I have my father's last name, my mom. So no one knows we're related unless.
All right, then I would let you have at it.
I wouldn't have predicted, given that we've met you a couple times now, that you would have performed in these videos.
Right.
What was that choice about?
Well, there's a few things. One was that I feel like a lot of times people watch porn and learn things from porn, which is obviously why I did a video.
But mostly they learn not even realistic things.
Bad things. And I think also a lot of women especially say, I know we watch these, young, tiny women, get done in the ass, but they're professionals and I'm like a regular person, so I'm not going to do it. So I kind of wanted to prove to people that for all intents and purposes, the girl next door can have as much fun and can get as much pleasure out of anal sex as a professional porn star.
Was this...
She's really the George Plimpton of anal sex.
Right, the paper
tiger.
But then I also think on the other hand, it was definitely a fantasy of mine, and the idea that I could be the director of my own fantasy,
right?
That I could be, we have
what'd you do? Did you have a guy give it to you?
No, it's everyone, girls and guys.
Was this a difficult decision for you?
Yes.
Who got you? A guy?
Have you crossed a boundary now where you're into this now?
No, these are the only two movies I've made,
and that'll be it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a specific I don't want to become sort of a full-time porn star.
And you're not going to go dance now for money.
No. For one thing, I think that a lot of people who are in the industry end up getting really desensitized and end up not liking sex, and that would be counterproductive for me.
Well, they're dissociatives.
Yeah, I mean, there's right, and so for me, it was a sort of once in a lifetime opportunity, and we did this behind the scenes thing that's at the end of the video where I talk about I had a list of all the performers and what I wanted them to do to me, and they were giggling who is this girl, where'd she come from, why is she orchestrating her own gangbang, which is supposed to be a free for all. And they also laughed and said, wait till we get our hands on you. Like, we're not going to do what you say.
These were guys and girls.
Right. But then if you watch that and then you watch the last scene, they actually followed what I said, like, almost to the letter.
No, so they carried out your anal mission.
Yeah, so it's actually, like, for me, it was the idea that, like, I could sort of be taken by this group of people, but I orchestrated it. You know what I mean? So nothing was going to happen that I didn't want to happen.
And that's when her therapist keeled over right there.
Let me tell you the problem.
They're okay. Come on, I'm the most interesting client.
Here's how it's going to go when I watch this video.
Okay, how's it going to go?
I'm going to watch the part where you lay out the plan for your anus.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say, boy, I'm going to want to see that plan executed. No. Oh, jeez, I got to stop this.
Just that easy with you.
I got to start spending some time on the computer.
That easy.
This is horrible. I got to do some work.
How did you decide on the cast?
Oh, it was all people that I had seen on video or that I had met. People who were into anal sex and not... What did she say? I missed it entirely.
It's people you went to Jewish camp with.
Yes. Yes.
Camp Beth Hallel, 1979.
It was a reunion of sorts.
Right.
And how do you know these people? Would you test them for HIV?
Yeah, they all show up to the set with an HIV negative test that's less than 28 days old. That's sort of the general guideline in adult films. And then we use condoms too. But they're people I really wanted to work with, people I respected, people I thought were hot, people who I felt like were going to be themselves and not just show up and go, oh, well, yeah, I wasn't doing anything today, so yeah, I'll do your movie. Like, I wanted the enthusiasm, that sort of giddy enthusiasm with everyone. I think it comes across.
Is that both these?
Pioneers like John Stagliano, the Butt Man
himself. The Butt Man himself.
Yeah. I mean, look at John. I mean, this is obviously a distinguished veteran of this industry.
Looks like Tim Allen.
That guy's wearing a kimono, and he looks like Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, Andrew.
He is considered one of the top 10 directors of all time. Where have you been, Adam?
I'm not an ass guy. I don't watch the butt video. Boobs and blowjobs.
He has some big boob videos that are good. Buttman Big Boob Adventures or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
Something like that. I don't know. Look it up on the web. Or I'll get you.
You don't have any of those?
I can get him to send you some, I'm sure, if you talk about them on the air.
All right. Please do. I will for sure
Just
talk
the big
about
boobs.
That. Yeah, I like big boobs.
Okay. Natural boobs, or it doesn't matter?
No, I like natural boobs, yeah.
Because he's really into natural, like he really doesn't like implants, so he's like into natural
I'm really
big-breasted
in love
women.
with this butt man guy now. Jake?
Yeah.
You're 23?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam, I thought you were a little tough on Damien there. Damien sounds like a good guy, man.
He's a good guy.
Damien is a good guy.
Okay.
Who is Adam not tough on?
No, listen, I told him he's doing a good job. I just said don't come in here when the show's going.
Oh, man.
It's Drew's fault. It's Drew's fault. I blame
He's just trying to help out.
All right, Jake, what's up?
Shut up, you idiot.
Let's go to break.
All right, we'll go to break. That's it with Jake, too. We'll be back after this. Hey, everybody, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. Alec Baldwin coming in here tomorrow night, God willing. Jamie Bergman also coming in here tomorrow night from Son of the Beach. Super hot blonde.
Has she been up here before?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. You know me.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. You know, I can't even... I don't even know how everyone knows everyone's name they work with, you know. I don't know what's going on around me, Drew.
I know that.
That's what I mean. Tristan Taormino is our guest tonight, which she just sounds like a lovely Italian dessert, doesn't she? That name sounds like to you?
Tiramisu.
Yeah. I'm going to name my kid Tiramisu. All right, Drew, I'll just keep talking.
I'm waiting for you to go to the phones.
Oh, all right. Let's talk to, you want to make
Travis.
some more noise? You're all right. Travis?
Yeah.
You're 19?
Yep.
All right, so what's up?
Yeah. See, okay, there's this girl at work. I just moved to Phoenix from South Dakota about a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have butt sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
She's your girlfriend?
No. I haven't barely even talked to her. She works in human resources.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And what is this thing with guys so preoccupied with this now?
I don't know what it is.
Well,
I never have.
Somehow I knew Travis wouldn't know.
I think it is sort of a standard fantasy of a lot of straight men.
But it's come out in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's the most popular thing in porn for sure. Well, I think, there still is that sort of forbidden aspect. The naughtiness factor turns a lot of people on. And I think the idea that, they can't do it with everyone. And so the girl that gives up the butt is that's the home run.
Well, no, see, the thing is, that way I don't have to use a condom. I don't worry about her getting pregnant at all.
Aren't you worrying about her getting a disease? Do you have anything to offer her?
Or catching something?
I'll worry about that later once I get to know her,
Mm-hmm. Isn't the time to worry about it when you don't know her?
Well, either way, I'll find out before anything happens.
But you're still not going to wear a condom.
Well, he wants to save the money. Hey, Travis, you've not even spoken to her, have you?
A little bit. Not, maybe I'll ask her out later.
I don't think anal sex is a good choice if it's a choice of birth control. You know what I mean?
He's not even asking a question. Hey, Damien, I know it's been a rough night for us, but Travis is borderline retarded, whose question was, how can I nail this chick in the ass I work with, who I haven't really spoken to? Could be married or something for all we goddamn know. This is not an actual question that... Was that would you consider that a question that was posed, Drew?
No.
I want to give it to this girl in the ass. I just moved to town, and she works with me. I don't know her name. She's pretty, though, and I think she works with me. I'm not sure. I've seen her in there. I don't know if she's coming in for something or she works there. But anyway, I want to give it to her in the ass, and I don't want to get her pregnant or nothing, so I don't want to use it on a prophylactic on my peckerwood. So, anyway, how do I nail her in the ass? You're the sex expert. Could I give it to her in the ass like when she didn't know it? Or...
Yeah, just catch her by surprise at the water cooler.
Yeah, like during, like let's say she went to... that tray at the water cooler collects the water. Sometimes it fills up. They got to pull it out and empty it in the sink. Like she went down for that. You think I could get her then?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
All right. So you're saying surprise attack?
Only on the casual Fridays, I think, though.
Casual Friday? I'm guessing casual Friday means you get to wear one strap of your overalls down.
So it's Anal Friday?
Yes.
It's Anal Friday.
All right.
Strap-ons, optional.
Strap-on Friday. Donnie?
Yeah?
You're 22.
Oh, my God, I can't believe I actually got through. I was listening to a recording.
129 minutes. Donnie's been on hold.
Yeah, I know. This is my cell phone, too.
Oh, I hope you have a plan that is a lot of free minutes.
I got about 750 minutes. That's about it.
All right, buddy. God bless you. So what's up?
Not much. I've been having trouble getting girls lately, and I don't know what the deal is. I was wondering what you guys could recommend.
See why he's been on hold 130 minutes?
Yeah, he's desperate.
I know. I hung up the phone. That's how desperate I am.
Did you ever get girls?
Once. A couple times in high school. Nothing major, nothing that lasts over a month.
Okay. Well, Donnie, I do appreciate you being on hold for... Jesus Christ, what is it? Coming up on... Is it over 2 hours?
It's over 2 hours.
Over 2 hours, that's right. 2 hours and 9 minutes.
I can't believe I'm talking to you, too.
All right, listen, I appreciate your dedication to this show, and so I'm really going to help you here. You need to score Coke. All right, buddy? Now, you need... What do you do for a living?
I'm a vehicle test driver.
Oh, really?
Ooh, that's interesting.
What a gig.
Yeah, it doesn't pay much, but I get paid to drive a car all night long, and then at the end I fill out a report about my opinion about it, and then go home.
Are you one of those guys I see driving around that's got the weird thing connected to the front hub?
The wheel?
We have a large antenna connected to the back for our radios that we talk to each other.
And there's nothing connected to the wheels?
Are you driving right now?
No, I was listeing to the show when I first called. But that was 2 hours ago.
Nothing connected to the wheel of the car?
No, I don't think so. There's a little recorder that records what we do, what our speed is. And
on the front hub of the car, on the front wheel?
On the front driver's side.
That's what I'm talking about, jackass.
What kind of cars?
So I'm going to punch this guy.
Chrysler products.
Okay. All right, buddy.
Jeeps.
Okay. See, this is my life here. This is my life. Oh, I got an antenna. Yeah, nothing on the front wheel there. Little thing on the wheel that record. We got an antenna.
Can we give someone some advice
now
before
I'm angry.
the show's
now
over?
I'm angry at him.
He's
all right, so Donnie, look, here's what you need to do as a guy. Do not, and Tristan, you jump in here. Do not try to devise strategies to trick women into liking you. Put all that energy into your life. That's into working out. That's into your career. That's into your hobbies. That's everything from being a Catholic big brother to educating yourself to making more money. Just making yourself a more attractive package. That's it. And women magically will find you, and if they don't find you, you will then have the confidence, the money, the car, the build, the what have you, the clothing, that you will go get them. But it will all magically fall into place if you just focus on bettering your life and not tricking them into liking someone they really shouldn't like that much because he's a loser.
Oh, thanks, man.
No, but you know what I'm saying?
He's talking generically about losers. Not necessarily just Donnie.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but people like that.
Well, I mean...
No, Donnie, just what do you want to do with your life? What are you going to do to make more money next year?
Maybe more money isn't his issue.
Yeah, but that's guys need to do this when they're 22.
Yeah. Okay. Guys look at it that way.
That's what everybody says. Everybody always says, yeah, if you work hard, better yourself, good things will come to you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true and all, but I mean, like, why do I have to be one of the ones that has to wait for all this shit? Why do I have to?
Because everyone does. You are not alone.
Yeah, there's no...
Everyone. Adam had to wait till he was 34.
When you're a guy and you're 22, unless you're incredibly, incredibly handsome or just sort of have it, you're in no man's land with the chicks.
Right.
You're not making much money. There's 17, 18-year-old chicks who are dating the dudes from their high school, and then there's 21, 22-year-old chicks who are dating guys who are 29, 30 and working their way up some corporate ladder, and you're just in some crappy 3 roommates. No, you got the Visa card from the Bank of Hoban with the secured $350 limit. You're no man's land. You drive a piece of ass with a little counter on the front hub and antennas so they can find you. And nothing is working. Focus on your crap, get your career going, make some money, and then you will. And the good news is you'll have a payday in your 40s if you so desire. We'll be back. Hey, all right, that is it. I'm going to thank Tristan Taormino for coming in here tonight. The Ultimate Guide to Anal Sex for Women, too, is the video, and it's a book, and Pucker Up is a book, and what's the website again?
Puckerup.com.
There you will find all your answers to your probing anal questions. All right, Alec Baldwin coming in here tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Tristan.
Thank you, guys.
It was a pleasure as usual. And let's not take so much time off between visits next time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 2 years plus?
It feels like it.
No, it was 1998.
4 years?
Yeah.
It couldn't have been a whole 4 years.
It's been since at least long before I was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Long before Anderson was there.
99.
3 years.
You've been here 3 years?
Yeah.
Jesus, F. Well, it's been 4 years. Let's make it 3.5.
Okay.
All right? We'll see in 2006?
I'll bring the pom-poms.
Fantastic. Hopefully Drew won't be here by then. So until next time, is Adam Crawford, Dr. Drew saying, mahalo. When we feel the finger going around back there, it's like, oh, game on. This went from Marcus of Queensberry to ultimate fighting. We've just entered the octagon.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.